It's Saturday morning. It's my 13th day, I think. I did the math right. Of course, I didn't really look and memorize everything this morning. And I was down 0 this morning, which I cheated yesterday, so I was actually expecting a gain. So I'm so thankful that I just stayed the same. And yeah, I just, at work, my boss bought us lunch. I've had 2 days of meetings, and this is the second day. I did really good the first day, and he literally got like my favorite thing in the world yesterday. And so I just did it. I just made the conscious decision. I didn't feel guilty afterwards, and I just had a little bit, but it was like the best sandwich in the world. So I went off protocol, and I own it. And yeah, that's about it. I don't condone cheating, and I don't think you should cheat or go off protocol or whatever it is, but I also don't condone, and this was totally me before. I would be, oh, I ate this little sandwich, I'm just going to eat whatever I want for the rest of the day. It's my only chance to eat whatever I want. And I had that feeling for a minute. And so I did eat like a little fun-sized pack of M&Ms as well. Just going to be completely honest. But after I did that, I'm like, I don't want anything else. Like, I really don't want anything else. I'm not even thinking about food anymore. And so for me, this is actually a victory, because I am not obsessed with food anymore. Well, and I'm sure there's going to be ups and downs, but I don't know. It's just a total different shift between this cheat and every other cheat I've had. So I'm actually really positive about the fact, and I'm glad it happened, because now I realize that, I can cheat. I mean, if I do mess up a little bit, I'm not planning on it, but if I do, I don't have to, totally go off the rails for one thing. I can just get right back on plan. And so I wasn't even like craving anything. It was weird. I was just like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I don't know, that is a huge encouragement to me. So everything happens for a reason. I really think that's the reason I cheated yesterday. I went back and forth in my mind about it for about 20 minutes, and I just decided to do it. And I said, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. That doesn't mean I don't wish it didn't happen, but it just helps me for future. Because I've been thinking, what am I going to do on Thanksgiving? And what am I going to do on Christmas? Why did I choose to start this right now? What a stupid time to start this. It's just dumb to start at this time, and blah, 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 like all these different doubts in my head. And from that cheat, that it was like literally my favorite type of sandwich. I love it. And for me to feel like, I don't need anything more than just that little thing. It makes me feel like I don't need to, like, even if, let's say, I go off protocol for the holidays, which I'm not planning on doing at this point, I don't need to stuff myself, where I think in the past I've just felt like, oh, this is an excuse to really eat everything I've been missing and craving. To be honest, this round is totally different, because most of my cravings are gone most days. It's not really a craving thing, so it's nice. I really am feeling really, really good. And on past rounds, I would probably be embarrassed and just avoiding even vlogging or talking to people that are on the same protocol as me, just kind of avoiding the situation and kind of shrinking back down into myself, and I don't feel like that at all. So I feel like there's hope for people that have a true food addiction, because I really think I don't think it was a true food addiction. Like I was kind of using that as a crutch, like I'm addicted to food. It's more like a bad behavior addiction when it comes to food. So I don't know if that all makes sense, and I might be more rambling now, but I feel really good, and I'm so glad that I went through that. And when I got home, I was also very, very tired. And for me, when I'm tired, I tend to make not the best decisions. Not always bad decisions, but especially when it comes to food, I can make some bad decisions. So not that is an excuse, but that's just how I was feeling, and it was easier for me to go off protocol because of that. So I'm really take everything as a learning opportunity. Be grateful for these opportunities that we have. I know it's hard sometimes, but most of the time we just need to learn from these opportunities and change and see what it is that we need to do to get there, instead of making excuses to stay on the same path. And I am really happy. So thank you for listening. Have a good weekend. Weekends are hard for a lot of people. Every day is hard for me, I guess. Not hard, but every day is equally as challenging. So I don't necessarily think that the weekend brings more temptation for me, but yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. I don't know if I'll check in tomorrow, but next week for sure. Have a good weekend. Bye.